I love training. I like to help.
Well, good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you back here to Bishop McNamara High School in the heart of Kankakee, Illinois, way upstate, as we get you ready for Championship Saturday here in the 8th grade Class 1A State Volleyball Tournament. As we get you ready for our first semifinal, it'll be Kinderhook Western taking on LaSalle Trinity Catholic here in our 11 a.m. semifinal. Washington St. Patrick will take on Pontiac St. Mary's in the 12:15 semifinal. Brian Shoemaker on the call today, joined alongside here by Anthony Bareyes. We'll get him chimed in here in just a little bit as you're watching the Great Rivers Bank pregame show here from Bishop McNamara. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll start telling you about these two teams and their road to the state semifinals. Don't go anywhere. You're watching IESA Girls State Volleyball Tournament on Central Illinois Sports.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
At Farmers State Bank, we believe in community, teamwork, and success. We're thrilled to announce that we've been named the best place to work in Illinois and the best community bank in America this year. Join us on this winning team where your dreams take center court at Farmers State Bank. We're a team. Discover the difference. The best place to bank, the best place to work. Because when our community wins, we all win. Where community, excellence, and opportunity come together. Farmers State Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
At Logan Agri-Service, we believe that every seed holds the promise of a thriving future. Our commitment to quality and excellence is as strong as the roots we help you grow. With decades of experience, our dedicated team understands your unique needs. From cover crops to premium seeds, we have it all. But it's not just about products, it's about partnership. We're not just sellers, we're your allies in growth, your consultants in success.
We welcome you back here to Bishop McNamara High School on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Great Rivers Bank with locations in Pittsfield, Berry, Liberty, and Hannibal, here to help you with your lending and personal banking needs. Friendly service and dedicated loan officers can help you through buying a home, opening a business, or making a deposit. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Well, we start off today telling you about the team wrapping up their 6-minute warm-up here. That is the LaSalle Trinity Catholic Saints, a record now of 17-1 on the season. Easily dispatched Lockport Taft 25-11, 25-16 yesterday. And Anthony, this team has two very nice girls that work kind of front row, back row if they need to. That's number 25, Hannah Washkowiak, and number 37, Aubrey Urbanski. And those two girls really seem to make this engine go for this Saints squad.
Absolutely, Brian. They played pretty well yesterday. Looked like they were involved in about every play, and they looked to be a big part of it. They both serve well. They hit well. Good movement. So
they keep Washkowiak in the middle for the most part. She's able to attack a little bit on the outside if needed, but also a very tall player, gets her arms up very well in space above the tape. She was able to block a lot of attacks yesterday for this Saints squad. And on the other side, Urbanski, a very nice back row player, very nice in the serve-receive game, and she gets set up on the outside, and she's got a really nice touch. They've also got a third attacker in the middle sometimes that you'll see. That's number 12, Allie Inman, who's also got a very nice swing. LaSalle Trinity has not been challenged to 3 sets all season long, and opponents have only reached the 20-point mark in a set twice against them, once against Mendota Holy Cross, where they won 25-20, 25-4, and the other came in the regional semifinal against LaSalle Dimmick, winning 25-20, 25-16 in one of the closer matches that this team has had all season. They'll be a good test here for this Western Wildcat squad. We'll tell you more about the Wildcats and their first trip to state ever coming up here on the Great Rivers pregame show. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Central Illinois Sports.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
Welcome you back here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Great Rivers Bank. They're the place you need to go for your next home loan. Locations in Pittsfield, Berry, Liberty, and Hannibal, serving the entire region and beyond. And hey, while you're online today, check out that online loan application tool they've got at greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Well, the Western Wildcats came in here a little bit of a wild card. Didn't know what to expect out of a team making its very first appearance in the state tournament in school history. This team came out yesterday, Anthony, really played well for what you would say maybe about 2.5 sets. Had about 15 points in that 3-set win, a 13-25 or 25-13, 20-25, 25-18 win over Royal Prairie View Ogden. But overall, this team looked about as sound as it has all season.
Yeah, they had that little hiccup there at the end of the second and beginning of the third. But overall, played well, covered well, not a lot of errors. I thought they served real well, too. Kept the ball in bounds, not a lot of service errors, so that's a big key for them.
Offensively, Sophie Reneker was a real force in this game from start to finish. Really a nice attacker, especially over on that left side of the net. Paisley Patterson was able to do a lot of damage as well over on the outsides and in the middle a little bit. But something to keep an eye on here was the defense from Cortland Malone. Right up in the middle, several wins at the joust at the net, a few blocks. She's really a big defensive presence for this squad up front.
She really is. 7th grader. She's pretty enthusiastic about getting up there every time, and she's a good player for them.
On the backside, you've got some really nice defense and girls like Alyssa Barais, along with Reese Bushmeyer, Macy Otker, and others. And for Anna Heckler's squad, they're going to need that against what looked to be a pretty solid offense coming out of the way of the Saints. We wouldn't say it was anything too dynamic, just really solid, simple volleyball. But the Saints are able to put the ball on the floor, and we'll need to see a good Wildcats defense today if they're going to move on to the championship game.
Yeah, absolutely. The back row is going to be real important. And they're going to have to get a lot of digs and stay active and stay on their toes and really track that ball well.
Western was off to a nice start in each of the 3 sets yesterday, took a 3-0 lead in each one of them. We'll see if the Wildcats have that up their sleeve again here today as they try to move on to the state championship game. Winner goes on to play at 3:15. Loser will come back for the 3rd-place contest, scheduled to start at 2 p.m., depending if we actually stay on schedule or not. We'll take a quick break here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll get you ready for state semifinal volleyball. Don't go anywhere. It's exclusive coverage of the IESA Girls State Championships here live on Central Illinois Sports.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Croc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, Sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to, but I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Tell my mom to pick me up soon.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their tasks. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
The national anthem is performed. Fans are in attendance here at Bishop McNamara. It's time to get you ready for state semifinal volleyball here, brought to you by Farm and Home Supply. From snacks, hoodies, power tools, lawn chairs, and more, go see the gang at Farm and Home Supply for all you need to keep your home ready here for the upcoming spring season. Let's introduce you to the starters here for the Western Wildcats, 20-3 under the direction of Anna Heckler. At setter, an 8th grader, number 3 is Alyssa Bareyes. At the libero position, an 8th grader, number 10 is Macy Otker. In the middle, an 8th grader, number 12, Paisley Patterson. A defensive specialist in the back row, number 16 is Ava Fessler. On the outside, an 8th grader, number 18 is Sophie Reneker. Another setter for this squad, an 8th grader, number 20, Olivia Harris. And up in the middle, the 7th grader, number 22, Cortland Malone for the 20-3 Western Wildcats. They're dressed in the red jerseys today, black sleeves, white numbers and letters. They'll be serving left to right on your television screen here this morning. On the opposite side for the LaSalle Trinity Catholic Saints, Laura Urbanski, the head coach for this squad, 17-1 on the year. At libero, an 8th grader, number 1 is Mary Simonetta. In the middle, 7th grader, number 12 is Allie Inman. On the outside, an 8th grader, number 14, Haley O'Hare. On the outside, an 8th grader, number 16, Peyton Kelly. In the middle, an 8th grader, number 25, Hannah Washkowiak. One of the setters on this squad is 7th grader, number 36, is Lily Telebine. And on the outside and in the setter position, a 7th grader, number 37, Aubrey Urbanski for the LaSalle Trinity Saints. 17-1 on the season is LaSalle Trinity. A nice crowd here in attendance. Anthony, a lot of people here from Western today made the pretty long drive. It's a good 3.5 hours to get here, but a lot of fans in red today cheering on their squad as they're in their first section or state semifinal appearance in school history.
Yeah, definitely traveled well. I know a lot of them were here last night, but I see a lot of new faces today too, it looks like.
A little hard to get here when you've got that long of a drive. Not as long of a drive, of course, for LaSalle. They've got a nice fan section here in front of us. In front of the balcony here at Bishop McNamara. The officials blow their whistles. Teams say good luck to each other underneath the net and exchange pleasantries, and they get to their spots. Officials will be on the tower, on the floor, and in the corners here for IESA postseason action as we get you ready to go here. Should be a very fun ball game, a very well-rounded squad from Western taking on LaSalle Trinity, who's got a really good couple of power pieces in Washkowiak and Urbanski. And we'll see how things even out and play out here. Best 2 of 3 sets. We go to 25 in each game, and no caps here in the postseason. And the tower almost tumbles over. We may have to take a quick minute and kind of make sure that's reset. We'll do that real quick. We'll take a quick break while they take a look at the tower. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Central Illinois Sports.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Welcome you back here to Bishop McNamara High School, where it appears that they have the tower issue resolved. And Anthony, you get enough folks from Pike County together, you can probably figure out a way to fix most anything with duct tape and a little maybe number 9 wire or something there. But either way, they seem to have things settled. And leading the serve here for LaSalle Trinity to kick things off is going to be Allie Inman. And we are underway here in our first state semifinal for you.
Good short serve.
Bar Eyes will send it back over to the Saints. Urbanski will set up in the middle. This is Washkowiak getting her first touch on it. A little bit off balance, had to run and try to catch up with it. It's an attack error, and it'll be a quick point here for Western. Checking in for the first time will be Lexi McMullen, not Stacy. Sometimes, folks, when you get a little bit older and you start confusing parents and their kids, you say things on air that are incorrect. Sophie Reniger with the first serve here for the Wildcats. That one will sail a little bit far. The teams trade errors here in the early going of this one, as Aubrey Urbanski will come up to serve here for LaSalle Trinity. Has three older sisters. All of them have been in state tournaments, including volleyball, basketball, softball, and track. A very athletic home. Really nice attack there from Patterson up front. Gets tipped by Urbanski. Washkowiak. Bar Eyes will send it back over. They'll set it up in the back row. This is Allie Inman sending it into the back. Otker puts it up in the air. Outside attack here from McMullen. And they say that's going to be a point there for Western, as they say Washkowiak was in the net just a little bit too far. She looks to disagree a little bit, but it'll be a point for Western.
Yeah, Brian, it looked like that one was going to be short of the top of the net anyway.
Looked like it was going to be a little short. She had her hands across the plane, and sometimes when you get your wrist a little too close like that, the officials take notice.
Harris goes with the overhanded serve today. We saw underhanded all day yesterday.
We'll get a quick substitution here on the Western side. Keely Funk, an 8th grade defensive specialist wearing number 6, comes in, and Simonetta will come in the libero position to serve here for the Saints. Up and over we go. They'll set it up on the outside. Patterson doesn't have a good look at it, has to give it right back to the Saints. This is Washkowiak in the middle. Nice dig out by Otker. Instead, it's going to go out of bounds, though. Couldn't get quite both hands over there, had to try and chicken wing it, and that's a hard ball to control like that, and it'll be a point here for the Saints.
Yeah, that's a good hit for Washkowiak.
She had a great game yesterday, really a big presence up front, especially on the defensive side. Teams had a lot of trouble getting around her. Patterson will push it right back over to Trinity. They'll set up Urbanski in the back row. That one gets up and under, kind of a quick little weird hit that looked like it might get touched on the front row and have a little bit more distance to it. I think that's what Renneker thought. It was going to have a little more speed to it. Instead, it just dropped in front of her.
I think so, and I think she thought maybe Bar Eyes might have taken that one.
They get it up into the front row. Bar Eyes sets it on the right side for Patterson. Nice swing, tipped up by Urbanski, but it's going to be a kill either way as Patterson gets it through, and the Wildcats win the point on that one. Cortland Malone will come in. She'll be up in the front row wearing number 22 with the dark headband on top. And serving for Western is number 12, the 8th grade middle hitter, Paisley Patterson. And that one is going to sail just a little bit far. Simonetta started a play on it and pulled back just at the last second, almost a mental error, but Trinity will win the point. And a couple of early service errors here from Western finds themselves down by 2. Washkowiak with the serve here for Trinity Catholic. Gets it into the back row. Otker gets it up to the front. This is Bar Eyes to Malone. Malone gets a nice swing on it. Goes off Simonetta's hands, and it'll be a kill. We'll show it to you here on the Northwestern Mutual replay as Cortland Malone gets a quick kill and a point for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be important that she's swinging with Washkowiak in the back row.
On the serve now here is McMullen for Western. Simonetta gets it up front. This is Telebine with it. Free play back over for Western. Bar Eyes close to the net, tips it up on the outside. Now this is a nice swing there from Renneker. Dug up nicely by Washkowiak. Saints get an opportunity, and it's going to be a violation there. As they say, that's going to be a double touch against the Saints, and the Wildcats will get the point. We're tied back up at 5 here in the early going on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Nice dig by Urbanski to keep it going. They just have to push it over, and it's going to be a point as it's going to be another quick little double touch. And those are hard on those first passes. You've got to dig out, Anthony. That setter's really got trouble there trying to catch up with it.
Yeah, they really do. You got to be quick, and that first hit wasn't real high, so she had to adjust on the fly.
Simonetta has trouble with it. It's going to be an ace for the Wildcats, and Laura Urbanski is going to take a timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. Western leads 7-5 in the early going. We'll be right back here in 1 minute.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
Off the serve, McMullen had a nice one. Simonetta had trouble with it. Saints will give it right back here to the Wildcats. Bar Eyes will set up on the outside. This is Renneker. Nice swing. It's going to go a little far, though, as she was kind of falling as she was swinging on that one and had to kind of compensate for it. The attack error will give Trinity the point. Checking back in for Western, Ava Fessler gets back in, and getting a seat will be Lexi McMullen. Telebine on the serve here. Really nice setter. Quick hands, good reaction time, and we're going to get an error here as they say she crossed over the line. It's another service error here, and these teams having a little trouble getting things going on the serve so far in the early going, Anthony, and maybe a little bit of jitters here in the semifinal.
I definitely think a little early jitters and just got to get in to get settled down. Morning game. It's good to see everybody awake, but
We're all glad to be awake, all glad you're awake, joining us with us here on Central Illinois Sports as Barres is on the serve for the Wildcats. Up and over into the back row, Urbanski gets it. They'll try and get a quick serve to her, and instead Inman didn't really get a good set underneath it. Her feet weren't set. She was kind of off balance, and they get a double touch violation and a quick point back to the Wildcats. Urbanski back to Inman. They'll try the same thing again. Flat-footed attack goes into the back row, dug up by Otker. On the outside, this is Reneker. Nice swing and a kill for Sophie Reneker. Urbanski was there, but it gets past her, and it's another kill for the Wildcats.
It looks like Sophie picking up where she left off last night. So hopefully she keeps that going for the Western Wildcats.
10-6 our score. Western with the lead and continuing serve. Urbanski leading the attack here as Washkowiak is in the back row. Opposite side, they set up Reneker. A big hit. Nice gig up there by Telebine. This is Allie Inman now. Swings it up over. Gets dug up by Harris. Reneker's got to give a free play back over to Trinity. Urbanski on the set. Outside, this is Allie Inman again. Nice swing. Dug up by Harris as it got over Malone. They'll set Reneker again. Into the back row. Washkowiak digs that one up. Allie Inman gets another try at it. Up and over Malone again. Reneker outside. Gets tipped up by Urbanski. Nice volley here between the two teams. Reneker gets another swing at it, and that one's going to go just out of bounds as she tried to stay same side, and the point will go to Trinity. A really nice rally by both squads, Anthony, and just inches means the difference in a point like that.
Yeah, that's great volleyball right there. That's what we're expecting all day, Brian. It should be a good one.
Peyton Kelly on the serve here. Otker picks it up for Western. Malone will have to give it freely back, and that one's going to go just a little bit too far. She tried a little bit too hard to get some oomph underneath that one. 2 quick points here for the Saints, and they trail by 2, 10-8 in our first game. They'll set up Reneker in the middle, swings over, gets dug up there by Telebine. Urbanski pushes it back over. They'll get it up to the front row. Harris does the same. On the middle now, this is going to be Inman trying to chase up with it. Both teams trying to get a nice setup here, and they've had a little bit of trouble, and that's a nice big block there for Reneker. We'll show it to you on the Northwestern Mutual replay. Not a great swing there from Trinity, and Reneker was ready that time.
Yes, she was. Good to see both sides playing that way. Trinity's really playing well in the back row with Reneker's hits. And
Washkowiak gets it up front. They'll set up Inman. She'll give it back over to the Wildcats. Harris on the set. Back outside, Reneker gets another swing at it, and another kill there as Reneker gets 2 in a row. Kelly tried to dig it up, couldn't get to it in time. That's a nice swing from Reneker. That same side swing that she's got, really, really dangerous. 12-8 our score here on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction Scoreboard. If you're just joining us, we're still in set number 1. They'll set up Inman again. Little tip up and over. This is for Reneker, flat-footed. Nice little play from Reneker. What a dig by Urbanski. Chicken wing gets it into the back row. They'll set up Reneker again. Left side swing. Gets dug up again by the Saints. Trinity has done a really nice job in the back row here in the early going. Flat-footed attack blocked there by Inman. And that one's going to go hit the floor as Reneker couldn't chase up with it. A nice play by Allie Inman, and Trinity's defense here in about the last 4 points, Anthony, really looking sharp.
Really sharp. They are reacting very quickly to those hits. They're set up well in the back. Western's may need to change it up just a little bit on going outside to Sophie all the time.
Reneker from the right side this time. This is Washkowiak. She's been out of action in the back row, and that one's going to go into the net. It'll be an attack error and a point here for the Wildcats. McMullen will check back in for Western. On the serve will be Sophie Reneker. And checking in on the other side for Trinity is number 20, Sophia Sarabia, the 7th grade outside hitter. Sarabia in the middle, also the outside hitter on the 7th grade squad for LaSalle Trinity, who's had a really nice season. Reneker serves in the middle. That's a little bit of trouble there, and it'll be a quick ace as Peyton Kelly didn't get underneath it very well. Western does the celebratory dance, and they're up 14-9. The winner advances to 3-15 in the state championship game later on today. Pontiac St. Mary's and Washington St. Patrick in the other half of this bracket, and that service error will give it right back to Trinity.
Looked like Sophie took a little off, even that first serve. Just she's been hitting a couple long and trying to feather it in there a little.
Urbanski comes back up for Trinity, the team leader in digs, assists, second in kills this season. Obviously, the leader on that is Washkowiak. Western scrambling for it, didn't get a first touch. Nice effort on the back row, but they can't get it back up front, and it'll be another point here for the Saints.
Yeah, that was a good serve by Urbanski. A lot of speed, ball was dropping.
See the team from Washington, St. Patrick in the dark green in the back right of your screen. And a big hammer down. That's what Washkowiak can do. You give her that opportunity on that first quick touch, and boy, oh boy, she can put it right down as we show it to you here on the Northwestern Mutual replay. And the Saints trail again by just 2. What a hammer down from Washkowiak. They'll set it up in the middle. This is Paisley Patterson. Right-handed swing gets blocked, but she gets tooled again as Washkowiak couldn't get it. Just a little bit of difference in separation between the net and her hands, and that was enough for that one to go down.
Yeah, just not quite there. That was real close, though. And she's got a hand on every one Patterson's hit today.
Underhand serve. They'll set it up. Washkowiak in the middle. That one gets tipped by Patterson. Bar Ice sends it over. Nice cross-court play from Bar Ice. Really smart there once again. We saw that in the quarterfinal from her yesterday. Everyone shifts to the left when she gets that opportunity, and she knows to punch it right back over on the far side.
Yeah, she likes to look for the holes, and we preach that a lot. You know, it's court awareness and know where you're at.
Up and over as Washkowiak will get it right back here in the middle. Swing goes into the back row. That's going to go just out of bounds. Nice job by Reneker to recognize that and not keep it in play. The attack error will give Western a 5-point lead. Olivia Harris on the serve here for the Wildcats. Washkowiak has to set. It's a back row attack for Urbanski. Bar Ice on the set. Gives it in the middle. This is Patterson. Nice put down in the far corner. Got it up and over Washkowiak. A really good spot. And Laura Urbanski wants a timeout. We'll take it too. It's an Adams Fiber timeout for the fastest internet experience available. That's Wi-Fi 6 and speeds up to 1 gigabit. Visit followthefiber.net to learn more. We're back with you here in 45 seconds.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their task. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
Trinity takes their first timeout here in set number 1. They trail now by 6, 18-12 coming out of the break. Urbanski will be on the set. In the middle, this is Washkowiak running in. Nice tip up by Bar Eyes. McMullen will give it back over to the Saints. Back row attack coming. Urbanski just has to push it over as the set didn't get exactly where she wanted it to be. This is McMullen. Nice tip from McMullen, and she's going to put it down. We just said this during the break, Anthony. You don't have to go right at Hannah Washkowiak. You just have to sometimes find a way to go around her, and that's what the Wildcats have done here on the last 2 points.
Yeah, Brian, around, over the top, whatever it takes, just find that spot.
She is a defensive presence for this team. Urbanski, flat-footed attack from the back, gets tipped up there by Harris. This is McMullen now. A little free back and forth here on both plays. Patterson will get it up in the air. It's going to be an attack opportunity for Bar Eyes, and just a little quick, smart play there from Alyssa Bar Eyes. She puts it up and down, just trickles it over the top of the net, and it's 20-12 here in set number 1.
Yeah, I think same thing there. I was nervous for her with Washkowiak jumping.
We'll get a substitution here on the Trinity side. Checking in is Haley O'Hare. Getting a seat will be Sophia Sarabia.
20-12, Brian.
20-12 here. Western looking sharp here in the first set. They'll get it into the back row. Inman gets it up in the air. Those Washkowiak again. Nice attack, tipped up by Bar Eyes. Bar Eyes gets another opportunity. Saints ready on that one. Back row again, Allie Inman. Patterson sets up. It's going to be another one for Bar Eyes. Goes up and over, and wow, that one just kind of got through. Washkowiak was there. Kind of off to her left. It plays off the tape into her favor, and it's a kill for Bar Eyes.
Yeah, I think that was a big favor there, playing the tape.
Overhanded serve from Harris. That one will go a little far. We've seen her go overhand and underhand. She makes a little smirk as she makes her way off the court.
Yeah.
And it'll be a point here for the Saints.
And
they trail 21-13.
She really has a good overhanded serve. It's a confidence thing, you know. But they're mid-season. When we had a lot of service errors, she was the girl that kind of underhanded serve and put a lot in play for us.
Simonetta on the serve here for the Saints. This is Patterson on the outside, swings it into the back, dug up by Urbanski. Washkowiak will give it back here to the Wildcats. 4 points away from winning this first set. Patterson with it. Off-angle shot, still a nice touch, picked up by Simonetta. This is Washkowiak again. Patterson got a hand on her that time. Bar-Eyes tries to catch the Saints sleeping. She'll get set up into the middle. This is Patterson. Patterson puts it in. Nice dig up by Allie Inman. Goes off the air conditioning vent. Saints able to keep it in play. Patterson with it. Nice slam into the back, and they're going to let it go. Nice rally from both teams. Trinity wins the point here. It's 21-14. Simonetta continues the serve. Described as the spark plug on this team. Every team needs one. And Laura Urbanski says that the libero is it here for the Saints squad. They send it up in the front row. Tough play for Bar-Eyes as that first touch got a little too tight to the net from Renneker. It'll be a quick point here for the Saints. It's 21-15. They'll set up on the outside. Patterson doesn't get a good look at it, a little too far on the set. She had to try and just underhand it back over, and instead it stays on the Wildcats side of the floor. Saints putting some things together, and Anna Heckler wants a timeout to talk things over. We'll take the Adams Fiber timeout too. Don't go anywhere. Game 1 action continues your way here in 30 seconds.
Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
Western Wildcats take their first timeout here of the first set. It's an Adams Fiber timeout for top-notch computer sales and service that won't let you down when your computer goes down. Give the guys at followthefiber.net a visit to learn more about Adams Fiber and Adams experts. Patterson, nice swing. Simonetta can't get it. Gets it past Washkowiak that time, and the kill for Patterson gives Western point number 22 on the board. Malone will come back in. Otker will get a breather here for the Wildcats as Patterson will pick right back where she leaves off, serving here for Western. Into the back row, Urbanski. Nice play to get it up in the air. This is Washkowiak. Into the back row. Bar-Eyes will set up on the outside. This is McMullen with it. Goes up and over. Dug up there by Peyton Kelly. Western gets it right back. Malone goes up with it. Really tough play there as Malone's going to get the kill. Off balance, backwards to the net. Still able to make a nice play on it. That's a tough athletic play from Cortland Malone.
Yeah, that was a good play for her. Looks like she's going to get a sub here for Mary Myers. And we saw Mary play quite a bit throughout the year, off and on. So
Myers wears number 28, 8th grade middle hitter on this squad.
Good
Simonetta, tough serve. They'll set up on the outside. Bar-Eyes will get an opportunity with it. Slyly plays it down same side. Washkowiak up and over. Bar-Eyes gets it again. They'll try and set up into the middle. This is Myers with it. Just a nice swing on it into the back row. Urbanski now with an opportunity. On the outside, it's McMullen. She'll put it up and over the net. Dug up here by Simonetta. Saints with an opportunity here. They need a point.
Good defense on both sides here, Brian.
McMullen will get another run at it, puts it up in the back row. Inman leaning for it, gets it up. Saints have to give it right back. Nice attacks here from Western have made it tough and out of system for the Saints. Now they'll get it up. Washkowiak, still not a great opportunity to get a swing at it this time. McMullen gets another try at it, just tips it up and over. Washkowiak ready for it. And McMullen tries to go same side with it. Instead, it goes just a little bit out of bounds, and Trinity will win the point. They trail 23-17 as Washkowiak comes up to serve, leading the team in kills and blocks. Had a little sister who's on the 7th grade team last weekend at state for this LaSalle team. They get it up and over. McMullen with a nice quick tip over. And that's going to be a point there as Trinity having a little bit of trouble now, and it is game point here in set number 1, 24-17 for Western. Wildcat fans rise to their feet in the black, red, and white on the opposite side of the gym. McMullen on the serve here for the Wildcats. They get it up in the air. This is going to be Peyton Kelly with it. Barres with an opportunity to close things out. Washkowiak on the dig. They'll get it back up. Urbanski has to give it right back. Barres again on the outside. It's Reneker. Can't get a good swing that time. Allie Inman coming in late, and the attack error will give the point back here to LaSalle Trinity. It's 24-18. Telebine will be on the serve here for Trinity. Checking in for Western again is Ava Fessler. Telebine, second in assists on the team. She's also the setter for that third-place team on the 7th grade squad from last weekend. That's going to be a service error, and set number 1 is going to go to Western. It's 25-18. Wildcats win the first one. We have reached the Little Jets Motors set break. We'll come back in 3 minutes with game number 2 your way. Don't go anywhere. You're watching exclusive coverage of the IESA Girls State Championships here live on Central Illinois Sports.
Today's halftime show is brought to you by Little Jess Motor Company. Warmer weather and topless, doorless adventures are right around the corner. Stop out to Little Jess today to check out our large selection of Jeep Wranglers. We currently have 15 Wranglers in stock and many more on their way. Right now, you can drive a new 2024 Jeep Wrangler 2-door Sport for only $499 per month with absolutely zero down. Is a 4-door more your style? Drive a 2024 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport for only $599 per month with zero down. Little Jess, serving the Tri-States for 7 decades.
Game Masters is your headquarters for all your hunting gear. We have more than just camo hunting attire. Come check out our casual lines of Sitka, Under Armour, North Face, Columbia, Drake, and more. Pursue your prey with these off-road Quiet Cat bikes from Game Masters. Easy to transport and perfect for your next hunting adventure. Game Masters, we're passionate about the outdoors.
Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois. Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs. When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
We welcome you back here from the Little Jess Motors set break. Little Jess Motors here in Quincy, Illinois, your place to go for your next vehicle purchase. Their staff is ready to serve you and get you in the next great Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram of your choosing. Visit them in person, 3431 Main Street in Quincy, or visit them online anytime at littlejesjeep.com. We get our scoreboards reset as each team burned a timeout in that first set. We'll reset the timeouts, reset the score, and we're ready to go here in set number 2. As kicking things off for Western will be Macy Otker, and they are switching sides here. It is a little bit difficult to tell on your screen at home as Urbanski pushes one over. There is a skylight here in the gymnasium as Patterson couldn't handle the first pass, tight against the net. It'll be a point here for Trinity. But what has happened, there is a skylight that has a very bright glare coming down on the side that Western is on right now. So they've agreed that they will switch sides here through the semifinals. We'll see if that continues into the trophy games after the sun moves a little bit, but that is the case as of right now, as that one's going to be a kill for Patterson as Washkowiak gets tooled out of bounds, and it'll be a quick point here for the Wildcats. We tie things up in the early going, but Anthony, that is a pretty bright glare coming down. That's something that can obviously affect the players. We aren't saying that it was an issue in the first game, but it's something that the officials recognize.
Yeah, I don't know that it's an issue, but definitely a high ball, a high set at the 10-foot line. I mean, it's right on the 10-foot line, so it's definitely going to come into play.
They'll set it up. This is Patterson freely giving it back over. They'll set up. This is Washkowiak now. Harris has to chase it down. It'll be a free play back for LaSalle Trinity. Washkowiak on the set. This is outside Urbanski with it. Gets tipped up and killed. Patterson got a hand on it, but it's going to be a kill for Aubrey Urbanski. And LaSalle Trinity gets the point on a nice swing. Well, if LaSalle Trinity is going to make it to the state championship, they're going to have to do it playing in 3 sets for the very first time this season. This team has not went the distance with anybody all year long. They've been a powerhouse on the defensive side. Only one team has scored 20. Make that 2 now here this season, as Western has done it. But they've held teams under 10 points in a set many, many times this season. So this is new territory here, and a big block there from Washkowiak. She'll knock it down, and we'll show it to you here on the Northwestern Mutual replay. She is just a force up front for this Saints team. And that's going to be a quick deal for Urbanski. Back row was kind of caught sleeping there. And a quick point for LaSalle Trinity, and it's going to be a quick timeout from Anna Heckler and the Wildcats. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. We'll be right back with you here on Central Illinois Sports.
Go team, go! Great Rivers Bank has a digital banking app worth cheering for. Move your money, pay your bills, deposit your checks. Hooray! Hooray! Set up a budget, manage your debit card, set up account alerts, and so much more. Our digital banking will give you a reason to stand up and cheer for banking. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
Coming out of the Adams Fiber timeout, Western takes the first timeout of 2 available here in set number 2. This is Patterson with it. Running swing gets blocked by Washkowiak, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be a point there for Western as that one just sails just a little bit past the sidelines. Washkowiak smiles just a little bit, but despite that, she is just everywhere here for LaSalle Trinity so far today. Tough serve. LaSalle scrambles for it. They get it up and over the net. It's going to go just out of bounds, and the side official. The side official is overruled by the tower, and he says he believes that one hit the line. It's going to be a point there for LaSalle Trinity, and he's much closer to it than we are. That's all we will say.
Yeah, it was right there by the stand.
Keely Funk will check in for Kinderhook Western. She'll step into the back row. Simonetta on the serve here for Trinity. Puts it in the back, goes right to Funk as she gets in. They'll set it up on the outside. Patterson gets a nice swing, gets touched by Washkowiak. Scrambling for it now. Tough play for the Saints, and it's going to be a net violation there as Telebine got into it. That's a tough play to play when you're just that tight to the net, and the Wildcats will get the point. Kaylin Forbes will check in. She'll be on the serve here for Western. 7th grade defensive specialist. She wears number 4 on your program. And that one's going to sail out of bounds. It'll be a quick service error, and the point the ball right back to LaSalle Trinity. Patterson will come back in for Forbes. Washkowiak will be on the serve here for the Saints. 5th time that this squad for LaSalle Trinity has been in the state finals, dating back to 2017. They took home 3rd place last weekend in the 7th grade bracket. Outside of that, this team had not won a quarterfinal match until yesterday in any of their other appearances. Malone gets it up for Western. It's an opportunity here. This is Telebine. Puts it into the back row, picked up nicely by Reneker. They'll set up McMullen. Nice attack, dug out by Urbanski. Allie Inman on the swing. Malone was waiting for her. It goes into the net. And Western will get the ball back and the point. They trail 6-4 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Back row, this is Urbanski calling for it. Sends it back, picked up by Otker. Wildcats have to scramble as McMullen came over 2. She wasn't set after they both thought they were going to get a hold of it, and the point will go to Trinity. Ava Fessler checks back in for the Wildcats. Telebine on the serve here for the Saints.
Wildcats look a little out of rhythm right now. And for Trinity, Urbanski and Washkowiak really been involved the whole game.
Nice play by Bar-Eyes. She wins the joust at, nope, excuse me, that's going to be a violation there. Looked like Bar-Eyes said that was going to be a throw is what they're saying. They believe Bar-Eyes had a throw on it. Anna Heckler asks for a little clarification here. We'll give it a look to you here on the Northwestern Mutual replay. As you get a look here, as Bar-Eyes just up in the net, and the officials say it goes the way of LaSalle Trinity. And now we're going to get a replay. So we'll get the replay. We'll take the point off the board as the floor official and the tower official can't agree.
It sure looked like a tip at the net, Brian, but right on the net, it's kind of hard to see that from our angle.
That's tough, especially when both players are there, hands are everywhere, and the ball's moving quickly. So we'll replay the point. It's still 7-4. Trinity with the lead here in set number 2. Malone pushes it over. Urbanski on the set. Outside, this is Inman with it. Nice swing into the back row. Dug up there by Ava Fessler. Doesn't get a good touch on it, though. It goes into the stands instead. And just like that, LaSalle gets the point back. They are up double the margin, 8-4. Momentum has shifted just a little bit of the way of the Saints here. Wildcats looking to kind of recover here. They're having a little bit of trouble getting things going in set number 2. Nice play there from Patterson. Patterson's going to get the kill. Kind of a little odd play there, or excuse me, that's Renneker on it. Kind of a tough little play there running. That's kind of a tough play defensively to catch up with, as you don't really know what the offensive player's doing or where that ball's going to go.
Yeah, and it sure looked like she might have been going to hit it, you know, Brian, more of a tip and good placement.
They'll set up Kelly with it. She'll send it into the back row. Wildcats with an opportunity. Quick tip over by Patterson. Picked up by Urbanski. She'll try and quick hit it back over. Instead, it'll go out of bounds, and the Saints will get the point. Sarabia will come back in. Simonetta will get a seat here for LaSalle Trinity. On the serve is Peyton Kelly. Otker will put it up. Into the front row. Harris has to freely give it back over to the Saints. Urbanski on the set. Into the middle now. This is Allie Inman with another swing on it. Dug up by Bar-Eyes. Renneker with an opportunity. Trinity scrambling. They've got to just get it back over, and they do from Telebine. Renneker again, really smart play from Sophie Renneker. Everybody closed up, sitting back in the back row waiting for that attack. Instead, she finds the open space and puts it down for the point.
Yeah, that was a great play there for Renneker. Set was a little low. She didn't have a lot of options, but that's hard to see when you're on the defensive side.
Otker on the serve for Western. Nice serve, tied up against the net. Sarabia has to run for it. This is Urbanski. Nice hustle play, but instead it goes out of bounds, and the point will go to Western. They trail by 2, 9-7 here in the second set. They won the first one. Trying to close things out early and get a little bit of a break before the trophy games, and instead it'll be a service error, and the point goes right back to Trinity. Allie Inman. Laura Urbanski says she is the team comedian on this Saints squad, and everyone needs one. Keep everybody lighthearted, especially in those tough times. Harris on the serve, quickly tips it back over. Sarabia diving for it, and really smart play from Olivia Harris, Anthony. Again, everyone shifts one direction because they were really expecting that to go to Patterson or Renneker, and instead there's wide open space on the opposite side.
Yeah, you get them girls up front like that, defense is usually looking for them to make a hit, and that was a good play for Olivia.
This is Urbanski from behind the 10-foot line. They'll set it up. Patterson real close to the net, gets quickly tipped by Washkowiak instead. Saints get another opportunity, a big swing dug up by Renneker. This is Paisley Patterson. Washkowiak is getting a finger on just about everything that crosses the net. Patterson up and over that time. Urbanski with it, nice dug up there by McMullen. And a joust at the net. Paisley Patterson won it, but the Saints able to scramble and keep it in play. This is McMullen, nice swing dug up there by Telebine. Fantastic rally here. They'll get it set up for Patterson again. Flat-footed attack dug up by Telebine. They're going to set up Washkowiak this time. Into the back row. Reniker handles it with ease. McMullen now, up and over. Quick tip, dug up there by McMullen. They'll send it into the back row. Tough play. Urbanski has to give it back. Opportunity here for the Wildcats. This is Washkowiak, sends it into the back row. Big push, extending for it was Reniker. Big block again from Washkowiak. Wow.
Great rally, Brian. Both teams hitting the ball, digging them.
And that's going to be the win there as Patterson gets it over. Sarabia couldn't handle it. We'll show you the final win for the point here on the Northwestern Mutual replay, and a really hard-earned point there from Kinderhook Western. And Laura Urbanski wants the timeout. We'll take it too. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. For the internet speeds up to 1 gigabit, that means you'll never have trouble. Watching us on Central Illinois Sports, visit followthefiber.net to learn more.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Chasing one ball.
Trinity will take the timeout. It's their first here in the second set. Each team has exhausted one under their belt. They've each got one opportunity left here. It's a 10-9 ball game in set number 2 as LaSalle Trinity has the lead. Western will have the serve coming out of the break. This is Reniker. They'll set up Urbanski on the right side into the back row. Nice chicken wing, easily dug out by Reniker. Made that look easy. Wildcats will get the point there as Urbanski tried to just freely send it over, and instead that one sails out of bounds. And we are tied back up at 10 here in set number 2 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. For the early struggles that Western had, Anthony, starting to pick some things up.
Yep, figuring it out just a little bit. I think Trinity has done a good job with their game plan this second set. Looks like, you know, how they've attacked, and they've got some other girls involved, and it's really thrown a little wrench in it for Western.
Urbanski will send it back to the Western side. Harris with a quick tip. Washkowiak gets it up. Harris with a play. If they're going to say it's a whistle, and it's going to be a double touch violation there on Harris. That was about all she could do to keep it in play. Just didn't have a good opportunity to get a solid touch on it, and Trinity will get the point. Urbanski on the serve. Nicely dug up there by Otker. Patterson with a big swing. And it's going to be a kill there. Washkowiak got a hand on it, but Patterson wins it there. And regardless of what's happening, as Western is starting to figure some things out, Hannah Washkowiak is one of the standout players of this Elite 8 field.
Absolutely. She's big every play. She's involved. She's setting, she's hitting. It doesn't matter where she's at. Back row, she plays well.
It's going to be an ace that time, though, as she couldn't get the good first touch on it there. And the Wildcats have regained the lead here in set number 2. And the Saints are going to get a substitution. They'll send in Haley O'Hare. She will sit down Sophia Sarabia. Just 8 girls on this roster here for LaSalle Trinity. Much deeper bench for Western, as that'll be a service error as Harris's serve goes off and sails to the left, and we're tied back up at 12. Keely Funk will check back in for Western. Sarabia will sit back down. Haley O'Hare on the Saints side. Simonetta will also come back in here for Trinity on that. I don't know how that works. I'm not a volleyball expert, folks, but you have to substitute somebody in, and then the libero comes in for the person that just substituted. There's got to be an easier way.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how they're doing it. It's easier on our side because the libero's opposite the 2 middles.
If you know, tell us in the comments, folks.
Yeah,
We'd love to know. And that's going to be a quick kill there as Trinity able to get one down. Otker couldn't get the handle on it. And LaSalle Trinity will regain the lead here as Simonetta continues service for the Saints. 13-12 our score. We've gone back and forth here in set number 2. Western won the first one with a pretty good easy handle. Simonetta's got a nice serve. Drops down into the middle, picked up by Reniker. Patterson goes on it, and she will win as Washkowiak got a hand on it, but her angle was pushing it out of bounds instead of trying to keep it on the floor of play, and the Wildcats will get the point there. Kaylin Forbes comes back up to serve here for Western. Crowd starting to file in a little bit as teams for our second semifinal making their way into the gymnasium as well. They'll set up Washkowiak from the 10-foot line. McMullen has to freely give it back over to LaSalle. Telebine to Washkowiak. McMullen again on the outside. Nice swing, and the official whistles here, and we're going to get a net violation against Washkowiak. Coaches just kind of shrug their shoulders on the LaSalle side. They agree. It'll be a point for the Wildcats. Been a couple of those net violations there for Washkowiak. Sometimes just gets a little too headstrong, knowing she can be that defensive presence, and gets a little too close to the tape. This is Washkowiak again, gets blocked up by McMullen, and instead it'll hit the floor. Malone and McMullen were there, but it gets past them that time, and we're tied back up at 14. Fun game number 2 here from Bishop McNamara High School. So glad you're joining us alongside on Central Illinois Sports. We remind you, you can watch volleyball action from all the other 3 sites as well. We've got crews in all 4 locations here today as that serve goes far, and the point goes back to Western. You can put one on your TV, one on your tablet, one on your phone, however you best watch us, and enjoy everything happening today here in IESA volleyball action. McMullen on the serve. Simonetta picks it up. They'll set up in the middle here for Peyton Kelly, and she puts it into the net. That's not something that Kelly often does here. More of an outside attacker, not used to attacking there from the middle, and Western regains a 2-point lead. They're going to give it on the outside, Allie Inman. Blocked by Malone, dug by Simonetta, and that's going to be a kill and a point for Malone. Another big swing from Cortland Malone. She's starting to come alive here in game number 2, Anthony.
Yeah, and she brings a lot of energy to that front row, and when she gets on, she's tough.
Wildcats regain a 3-point advantage here. They had trailed early here in the second set. And that one won't clear the tape. It'll be a service error and a point back to the Saints. Ava Fessler will come back in rotation for the Wildcats. Getting a seat and a well-deserved rest will be Lexi McMullen. Telebine on the serve here for Trinity. Official blows the whistle and gives the signal, and we're back to action. Tried to get a little side spin on it. That one sailed a little too far. Another error here, and the Wildcats regain the 3-point advantage. And LaSalle Trinity has struggled a little bit with the service here in the second set.
Yeah, and both sides a little bit, really. We've had some service errors both sides. So,
and Bar Eyes will put one right back. We'll trade points on the service errors.
Yep.
Stick around with us. We'll be here all day long. 18-16 the score. Sarabia comes back in for the Saints. On the serve here is Peyton Kelly.
Reneker back in the front row for Western.
And a nice little tip there as Reneker finds the open spot. Urbanski was sitting back waiting, and that's what's happened right now. Kinderhook Western has gotten LaSalle Trinity to the point where they expect most of those attacks from Peyton Patterson and Reneker to be good hard swings, and they're waiting back for it. Now the Wildcats are taking advantage of the open space as Urbanski can't get that one over. Western wins the race to 20, and the Saints will take a timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. Don't go anywhere. We've got second set action coming your way here after this.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs. Or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Welcome you back to Bishop McNamara High School, where LaSalle Trinity has taken its second time out here in the second set. They trail 16-20 here in game number 2. They lost the first set. Western trying to punch their ticket into the state championship later today. Otker on the serve, chased down by Urbanski. It's a free play back over as Kelly gives it back to the Wildcats. Harris, quick tip over, picked up by the Saints. They'll set up Urbanski on the outside this time. Nice swing and goes down. Reneker got a hand on it. It gets past her, though, and it'll be a quick point for LaSalle Trinity and a much-needed point. Back on the serve here is Allie Inman. Inman, one of the 4 7th graders on this squad. Up and over it goes. Harris plays it tight to the net, gets it set here. This is Patterson. She didn't get a good swing at it that time, and it'll be a quick point. We're back to a 2-point deficit here for the Saints. Harris plays another one tight to the net. This is Reneker with it, gives it back over to Trinity. Washkowiak gets set, gives it a swing, dug up by Harris. They'll set it up for her on the outside. A tough angle, had to chase it down, gets it back over. Reneker with it. Both teams struggling to get a good set here. Washkowiak pushes it over. Bar Ice puts it up in the air for Western. On the outside, this is Reneker again. She gets a swing at it, dug up by Allie Inman. Saints had to scramble. They give it back to Western. Reneker tips it up and over. Dug up by Sarabia, and we're going to get a violation against Washkowiak. It's a 2-touch violation, and a big rally ends in a big point for Western. Hard-fought point there for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and that was a tough spot for Washkowiak. Not a lot of options.
21-18, Western 4 points away. Reneker on the serve, gets it back into Telebine. They'll set up Washkowiak on the left side. Right-handed swing, goes up, gets tipped up in the air by Bar Eyes. Patterson will give it back. Nothing to go there. Really nice play from Urbanski to keep it going. This is McMullen. Nice swing. Dug up there by Kelly, and it's going to be a big kill for Lexi McMullen. We'll show it to you here on the Northwestern Mutual replay. On the left side, a tough swing, and it finds the mark for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good swing from McMullen.
22-18 our score. Washkowiak. Flat-footed attack picked up by McMullen. Bar Eyes with it. Sends it into the back row where it's picked up by Allie Inman. Washkowiak has to scramble for it. Wildcats with an opportunity here. Patterson sends it over to the right side of Washkowiak. Nice swing by Urbanski. Dug up well by Bar Eyes. Into the back row. Kelly with it. Urbanski pushes it over. Patterson with it, sends it into the back row, and it's going to sail far. It'll be an attack error and a point for the Saints. Urbanski will step up to serve here for LaSalle Trinity. They trail by 3, trying to keep this one alive and go to a decisive set 3. Otker puts it up into the air. This is Patterson. Freely gives it back over to Trinity. They'll set up in the back row. It's Allie Inman. McMullen with it. Nice swing. Gets go off the hand of Telebine. They scramble, and that's 2 great kills there for Lexi McMullen. Not the attacker you would expect, but the attacker we all deserve right now here in the second set, Anthony.
Yeah, she's really doing well out there on the outside. And it's a confidence thing. She builds a little confidence, she'll swing.
Western 2 points away. LaSalle Trinity trying to hold this off. Underhanded serve. Goes into the back row, picked up by Inman. This is Washkowiak. Nice swing into the back row. Patterson with it, up and over. And that's going to be another kill as Patterson puts it down. It is match point for the Western Wildcats. They lead 24-19 here in game number 2.
Western's really doing a good job with Washkowiak, with defending on Washkowiak's hits.
Yes, it's been a much different set here in set number 2 for LaSalle Trinity on the offensive side. They'll pick it up. This is Washkowiak, pushes it over. They set up. This is Bar Eyes with it. Puts it up and over. Picked up by Urbanski. She'll go from the back row. Has to freely give it back over to the Wildcats. Outside is McMullen again. Gets blocked, and they can't handle it. And Lexi McMullen closes it out for Western. The little team that could out of Pike County, the Western Wildcats, defeat LaSalle Trinity 25-18, 25-19. They advance to the state championship game coming up at 3:15 today. They advance their record to 21 wins and 3 losses on the season. LaSalle Trinity drops to 17-2. They will retire to our third place contest scheduled to start at 2 p.m. We will wrap things up here on the Blessing Health System post-match show. When we come back, we'll get you ready for our second semifinal. Don't go anywhere. You're watching state tournament action here live on Central Illinois Sports.
Okay, everyone, let's do this. How about you?
What are your thoughts on today's patient care?
Real busy day, but it was a team effort. And how about you?
Third checkup that your patient talked about her summer concert. How do you stay enthused?
You can't blame her. Those tickets were hard to come by. But her summer wasn't a cruel one. Huh? Next? How about you?
Doctor, it hurts when I do this.
Don't do that.
Hey, the internet says I'm sick. Am I?
I'd get a professional opinion on that.
Doc, donuts in the break room look like a hit.
Not bad. Definitely better than those bagels. Okay, we have time for one more. Next.
The staff looked focused today. What do you attribute that to?
Well, at Blessing, we're tasked with providing exceptional care, so every visit is like the big game for us. Okay, gotta run.
Welcome you back here on the Blessing Health System post-game show, where Kinderhook Western defeats LaSalle Trinity 25-18, 25-19 to advance in straight sets. They will move on to the 1A state championship game coming your way at 3:15. And for this LaSalle Trinity team, they'll have to rebound. A really great effort by this Saints squad today. But just a little bit too much from Western all around. Another well-rounded effort from this Wildcat squad, Anthony, to make it their way into the state championship game.
Yeah, overall for the Western Wildcats, good defensive on the net, defensive from the back row. That was really a team game. We saw some hitting from, like a McMullen that we hadn't seen maybe yesterday. Good defensive game.
It's going to be a fun one, as Western will get a little bit of a break. They'll have to get themselves settled and collected, and they're going to take on the winner of our next match coming up here. It's going to be the defending state champions from the 7th grade squad a year ago, Pontiac St. Mary's, taking on a team that hasn't been here since 2000 in the Washington St. Patrick Irish. We're going to step aside here on the stream. We will shut this game file down and get a new one started in the playlist in just a few minutes. So get yourself something to eat, get yourself something to drink, and join us as we get ready for lunch volleyball coming up here from the IESA State Tournament. Don't go anywhere. You've been watching a Central Illinois Sports production.